It's compelling, it's cutthroat, it's chaotic, it's clever, it's controversy and chaos, baby.
How's your skin doing?
It's there.
Same. I have
It's like
like
I have like two breakouts and I put little pimple patches on it. It's like one is flat now, one is like kind of getting there. But I'm like, Skin, why would you fucking betray me when my birthday's literally on Saturday? What the fuck?
and you got Beyonce on Friday.
Like, come on, Skin. Act right. No, but like that week before you're supposed to get your period,
Oh
or like
yeah.
weeks leading up, it's like, this is my ugly week. I hate that. And
No,
then the
for
week after, be like, oh, I look so pretty.
like the glow be glowing. And I feel
Yeah.
like my skin looks glowy and radiant, but I'm already an oily girl, but I'm producing so much oils. Like it's so hard to keep my nose pores clean. And I have like this bump right here, then I have one right here. It's just like calm down with the oils, bro. Like calm down.
Yeah.
Whatevs. I feel like so much has been going on. Like kind of overload. Like I told you, when it comes to like world issues, I've been disassociating. So I can't really tell you too much about what's going on with our political climate. If you
It's a
have any
mess.
quick tidbits you need to share with me, please do so,
Yeah.
because I really don't know.
Well, Trump's disgusting bill passed, and there are a lot of things that are extremely alarming.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about this before. I am not for bills that have a whole bunch of shit in them because there are plenty of people in Congress who have literally come out and said that they didn't read all of it. It's 900. The bill was 900 pages. So, and it's just like it's done that way to get a whole bunch of shit in there that really shouldn't be because they know that people aren't going to read it. And it's annoying that these are the people tasked with making decisions for our lives and they can't even be bothered to do their job and read. So within this disgusting bill, $930 billion has been cut from Medicaid. And I've been seeing a lot of people online who think that it doesn't apply to them. However, what people need to realize is that Medicaid is called something different in every single state. It's not called Medicaid. If you're buying your health insurance from a marketplace and not through your employer, 9 times out of 10, you have some kind of Medicaid plan, which means that your health insurance plan is literally on the line. 11 billion people are going to lose their health insurance. And majority of those people will not be able to get private insurance elsewhere because now for people who have any like health conditions, they're going to be considered pre-existing conditions and private insurance companies are not going to insure them. And for those that do have private insurance, your insurance premiums are going to go up. They're going to go up.
So literally, it affects all of us.
It affects all of us. Your premiums are going to go up. People are going to lose their coverage. Hospitals are going to close. States are going to go bankrupt, basically, because a lot of people don't know that when the federal government sends money to states, a lot of times they send it through Medicaid programs, which states use to what's the word I'm trying to like to fund their shortfall in their state budget. So a lot of the states that don't have state taxes, they receive a lot of federal money. Florida, Texas, they don't have state income tax. So you're not paying taxes into your state. They're getting money from the federal government. Like I think Texas probably gets like $74 million or something like that, like some astronomical number. Whereas states like California pay $83 million to the federal government. Texas takes and provides nothing. So states like that, even Nebraska was complaining that they're going to go bankrupt. They're going to continue to go bankrupt because now they're going to cut the funding.
I saw somewhere that one of those rural towns in Nebraska already closed one of their hospitals.
Yes, and that is going to happen across the board. So people living in rural areas they're probably going to feel it first because they already have, especially in red states, the scarcity of the hospitals themselves. Yes, it's going to get spooky out here. It's going to get real scary, and people are going to die, and that's really what it all boils down to. People are going to die. SNAP benefits are being cut, so people who are getting food assistance, they're cutting the funding. And what they did is they basically made it to where state programs have to be in shambles in order for the federal government to step in. So like they have to have a high error rate, basically, of SNAP fraud. States that have higher rates of SNAP fraud, like Alaska, that triggers the federal government to then start sending money.
Why Alaska?
Well, Alaska is one of the states that has very high SNAP benefit fraud.
Got it. Okay.
So it is not incentivizing states to have good programs. And it's incentivizing people to fraud the system, which I think is to increase people getting caught so they can put people in jail and in attempts to target Black and brown people. When really it's not. White people use the most benefits. They do.
Girl,
So
they don't want to hear that though.
nope, they don't want to hear that. What else was in this bill that I can remember off the top of my head? There was a $200 tax on silencers that has now been removed. So gun control in this country is going further down with that. So now people can get silencers easier than they have been before. There's no additional tax associated with it. So that's going to happen. The rich are going to get richer. Oil companies are now going to start going tax exempt. There is no more credit for electric vehicles. Climate change, that doesn't exist clearly. Yeah, so people who were buying electric cars were getting a $7,500 tax credit. Gone. No more. But we're going to incentivize oil companies to keep on drilling, even though we're going to run out of oil and there's no alternative.
And you see, you've only given me like 5 minutes worth of updates, and this is why I be overwhelmed. I have enough to worry about. I'm just so like, I don't want to worry about this stuff, but you can't help.
You can't not worry about it at this point, because it's one of those things where it is affecting
you can't ignore
every
it.
single person. It's not just like, oh, if you make over a certain amount of money, you're fine. No, it's going to trickle down to every single person. Everybody is going to be affected. Hospitals are going to close. Schools are going to end up closing. Like, it's going to get real bad. This country is really going to hell in gasoline draws.
And realistically, how does one prepare for this? Like, what are we supposed to do? I feel like there's nothing we can do.
There's nothing you can do.
Watch and see what happens and protect our family and loved ones whichever way we can. But it's really nothing we could do. Just keep living every day. Just wake up, keep living.
Wake up, keep living. Just know that the cost of your living is going to go up even more than it already has. And it is really going to be the haves and the haves not. The poorer you are, the worse it is going to be. And that is just disgusting. And it's just a show that this country really weaponizes being poor.
Yeah.
And that the people in Congress don't give a fuck. And they're only concerned about lining their pockets.
My thing is, they don't even hide it anymore. At least before, they used to hide it.
Yeah. Why? Why when the person in the top office doesn't?
Yeah.
It was like the explosion for his first term, the explosion of blatant racism. It was just at an all-time high. And now it's just like, okay, let's keep rolling with the same thing. He doing it. So shit. Now I can show that I'm racist too. And nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can show, just like people can show that they're racist, they're sexist, they're rapist, and continue.
I just feel like it's just so dark. Oh my God.
It has been a hellhole since January 20th. Like nonstop. And since January 20th, it's just been like, downhill.
And it's like the more you know, the more miserable it is.
Yeah, it's definitely one.
But it's like it's impossible to live in ignorance, though. Like it really is.
Yeah. So even with the bill, there are some things that people are happy about, like no tax on, I think, tips and overtime. But it's like it's a very small pool of things that are good, and there's so many like bad things that are in there. It's majority bad. It's awful. And I really feel for people, especially people in rural areas. They're not going to have healthcare at all. They already have scarce healthcare. So it's not going to be done at all. I think also funding for Planned Parenthood, as you can guess, cutting that shit, which I don't understand, like, how this is a good thing, because so many people, Planned Parenthood provides more than abortion care, which is also health care. Planned Parenthood does more than that. And for a lot of people just making like abortion jokes, like I don't find it funny, especially when like the majority of men bank on women getting STD tests to know their status. So if y'all want Planned Parenthood cut and the joke says hee hee ha ha is so funny, now when that funding gets cut and that's where people go to get their annual exams, where they gonna go? If you can't go to Bella Noche, where the hell could you go?
Where you gonna go?
Where you gonna go? So whole lot of people just about to just be fucked.
Ass out to the wind, pretty much.
Literally.
Pretty much.
And, so when I see like the jokes, it's like, yeah, people be trying to make light of it, but I really don't find it funny because I'll just be like, y'all are missing the point that this really does affect you in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people don't like to think about it for like the whole Planned Parenthood thing, but STDs didn't go nowhere.
Shit, if anything, it's at an all-time high.
Yes, it is. So the people that aren't getting tested, the people that were getting tested now aren't going to have access to it anymore. And the people that rely on other people's tests to make sure they straight, clip, done with that.
Which is crazy because 9 times out of 10, you relying on that person's test, but you probably messing with other people too. So how does that even make any sense? Like, so you're just asking all your partners, what you looking like? What you looking like?
No, they waiting for her to say. They waiting for her to say that she got some shit. To be like, oh damn, then I might have some shit. Like,
meanwhile, you probably gave her the shit.
Hello, hell fucking low. But yeah, it's just very, 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 very scary times that we're living in, and it is no longer like a what if, or it's a like, no, this shit's happening in real time. It is 100% real. It's happening, and people are not prepared for it.
But what I don't get is the people who literally voted and asked for this that are oh so surprised. Like, they're doing exactly what they said they were going to do.
Yeah. And those are people that are going to hurt, that are going to suffer the most. There's going to be more money for ICE. ICE got, I think, like $45 billion or something like that. They got some disgusting amount. Border control, more officers at the border. ICE is now going to hire more people. There are going to be more detention centers. So if you think they've been rounding people up, now they're going to continue to do that. They're already targeting Haitians. Like, the groups of people that are now being targeted, it's going to keep expanding.
Yeah.
It's going to keep expanding. It is not just going to be Latino people.
And
it's Black people. We know we always on the list. We may not be at the top of the list right now, but we on the goddamn list.
Yeah, so one way or another, they
gonna find a way to come for her.
And one way or another.
Yep. And it's going to just make it easier. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. And it's like, that Congress knows that this shit is fucked up because they be doing these votes in the middle of the night. If everything is all cool and fine, why do you need to meet at 2 a.m. to vote?
But even with that, what does it matter if they meet at 2 a.m. or not? They still gonna do what they want to do.
Well, because before the bill passed, the bill was sent back and they had enough votes. And then all of a sudden, they didn't have the votes no more when they voted at 2 a.m. I'm like, oh, so y'all flipped again.
So they was moving like thieves in the night.
Yes, that has been what they've pretty much been doing this entire time. And that's why it's just like, come on, really? It's like, it'll look positive and then
boom. And they hit you at 1.
Yep.
Or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep. It's like, while you're sleeping, you're losing everything.
See, that's why I haven't been sleeping peacefully.
Just very uncertain times, and I just like get exhausted every day from the information. It definitely, I be on information overload sometimes. So like certain things I just don't even pay attention to because I'm like, I can't.
You can't. You really
I try to pay attention to the political things that I'm like, okay, this really affects my everyday life. But certain things, dare I say it, like the whole Diddy trial, as you know, I have not been like active on it. The man is guilty. I don't give a fuck. The man is guilty. So for me, it's just like, I don't have the attention span, the mental capacity to deal with that shit. Because it's, again, another show of just like how disgusting of a world we live in.
Meanwhile, I'm the opposite. I have been tapped into the Diddy trial, and where I'm not surprised at the outcome, disappointed, sure, because it's just like, I think for me, I'm more so disappointed by the celebration of people and celebrating his quote unquote win, which we don't really know. It's a win because, yeah, he's not going to be in jail for the rest of his life, but we don't know what his sentencing and all that stuff is. I think he has a hearing today, so by the time this airs tomorrow, I guess maybe we'll know what his status is. But for me, it's more so just like putting a mirror to people in our society or even in our own friend groups or circles. It's like, our society has like no moral compass and no, like, it's just disgusting. Like, I understand that if the law or government wasn't able to prove the RICO, right, which I don't even know. The only reason why I say, okay, fine, they probably didn't properly prove the RICO is because Combs Enterprises, Bad Boy Entertainment, all that stuff was not, no, it was not created in order for him to do these crimes. However, he used his resources in order to do the crime. So technically, it's not a RICO. But I just feel like, dang, the government, the feds should have, maybe thought about what they were actually charging him with or charging him for before we got here, because it's like y'all almost had him. And I'm not saying, oh, I'm just plotting for him to go to jail, but it's just like, I'm sorry, you're guilty. And for you to just be able to walk away with potentially like no consequences is really nuts. And it's like, think about all the men or just people in general, because there are women too who condone this said behavior. And it's like, so y'all think this is just okay to do? These things are just okay?
Yes.
And like I said, we've talked about it a million times. And do I think he's wrong for being a freaky frog? No. But the abuse, the coercion, all that stuff, I think is wrong. Just how he paid male escorts for his little freaky fantasies, he could have paid women escorts. And guess what? The crazy thing is, after this trial, I'm sure there are plenty of women's and men that say, oh, this is what you into? Well, how do I sign up and get paid? Because I'll do it. There are plenty of people who will happily. Yeah. So that's my whole thing. It's like, if this is what you into and this is what you wanted, you didn't have to go about it this way. There's enough freaks in the world. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's my whole thing about it. Is just like, why we have to abuse people mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. Why do we have to abuse people to get our shit off? And it's just kind of like a power complex.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's been evident in everything that he's done. This is just a power complex. Even if we take it back to, yes, we were thoroughly entertained by making the band, but the shit that he was doing, you're doing this just because you have the power in the situation.
Yeah, you can. You can. So you are.
And it's just like, I'm going to make you do whatever I want you to just because I can, and you're going to do it. So it's just so disgusting.
Literally. I was like, nasty work.
Disgusting.
So that's my whole thing about it. I'm like, it is what it is. People are going to feel how they feel, whatever. But I just feel like, guess what? I don't want to hear about people trying to raise awareness for protecting women being abused, protect our girls, all these different things. Because every time there's a situation that comes
up, there's an opportunity to do that, it doesn't happen.
And y'all justify why it's okay that it's not happening and ridicule victims as if they're the ones that cause said behavior. Sure, could you say in some instances Cassie has been complacent? Sure. But I think people don't really understand the concept and cycles of abuse when it comes to mental, physical, and financial abuse and how they all go together, especially pertaining to your livelihood. If you're 19, 20, whatever year old girl, and this big, powerful man is saying he's going to take everything from you and your family and this, that, and the third, and you quote unquote love him and he quote unquote loves you. Like, I just don't understand how people don't see how Cassie could be a victim, but your auntie, Miss Jean, Miss Bernadette, been with the same cheating, nasty husband that whoops her up and down the street, up and down the house, up and down everywhere, cheats on her, don't want to give her an allowance, but don't want her to get her a job. Like, I don't understand. You see that with your own eyes, and you see them stay with that person, and you say, what? Like, I'm confused. Is she not a victim?
Nothing. And I just feel like, okay. For all the people who are just like, they deserve it, I'm like, okay. Sometimes it's like, I keep mental note of the things that people say. Is it fair necessarily? I think so. So I just keep mental note of it. And I just be like, okay, so I know how you feel. I know what you support. And I just kind of make a mental note and cool off that.
Yeah, for sure. Especially like, nigga, I have daughters.
Exactly. And that's the thing that I feel like as a parent, I could never just sit idly by and just be like, oh, this is okay. Because you know all too well how easy it can be to get wrapped up into a situation. Like, it starts out as one thing and then it just snowballs into something different. It's like, wait, this is not what I signed up for.
Literally. That's literally how abuse happens.
Yeah, like we're way too far gone to even do anything. And I think even in the whole thing with the Diddy file, is like people aren't taking into consideration drug abuse
Mm-hmm.
and drug addiction. I mean, how many shows or things have we heard? Like people will do anything for their next fix.
Mm-hmm.
A straight man will magically turn gay and start sucking dick to get a next fix. And it's like, oh, that's addiction. You can be forced to do things and just be willing to do it just so I can get my drugs.
Quite literally.
And it's like now we magically don't understand that.
How? Houseway. Hello. I don't get it. And I really, granted, I'm not saying I'm the most like empathetic person, but I do feel like it's crazy when things like this happens and people use the mindset of like, well, it's not me, so well, I don't know them. Those are celebrities. So
Yeah, it's
you
like, well, that's what
can't
people with money do. And it's like, no, you can have money and not be a horrible, shitty human being.
and not only that, why are we acting like the brokest of niggas don't be abusers? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah, I just
Niggas with money aren't the only men with money are not the only people who abuse women. Let's be
and
for
get
real.
away with it and get away with it.
So
So
I'm just over
I
that
don't
whole thing. I'm like, and y'all be mad when women choose to pick the bear.
hello.
So
It'd be, I don't know how much more evident it could be. Like, yeah, give me the bear every single time. Give it to me. I'll take it. I would take a lot of times, like, I would take my chances with a wild fucking animal than a man.
a horny one, yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
A dangerously horny one, yeah, for sure.
Like, I will take my fucking chances.
On a lighter note, speaking of bear, you know that there was a black bear in my neighborhood, and they put
Oh,
it
you
in
have
like
the
our.
Frederick Bear?
I guess.
There's a whole Facebook page for him. He be all over town.
Really? I
Yeah.
haven't seen the month. Thank God. But
It was in my mom's neighborhood once.
really, they put it in our portal on like June something, and we just saw it like last week. So ever since, I've been so paranoid at nighttime looking for the black bear.
Oh my God. Girl, and I just been coming to your neighborhood just like
Me too. I had no idea.
around in the neighborhood and there's a fucking bear on the loose.
I know.
So unaware, just like, okay, this is fine.
Me too. Me too. And Matt's like, don't go to the dumpster at night. I'm like, I've been going to the dumpster for weeks.
We went to the fucking dumpster
at night. Like, yeah. So, yeah, you guys need to do a better job. Like, why would you put that in the portal? Send me an email. Y'all send emails or everything else, but
bitch, tape a letter to my door. Something.
all right, put a note on a bird because birds love coming and poop on my patio. Like, please.
What the hell?
They will get the message to me. Somebody. But yeah, I just thought that was so crazy.
You have a bear. You've been there.
I don't want to be bared. Anyway, sorry. I just I don't know why I do that. The whole breaking out into random song is just so me to my core. It's disgusting.
No, it's a part of like vocal stems. Like I must do these all the time.
I make a lot of noises. A lot. See?
It's like I make a lot of noise or I just say a bunch of shit like quotables.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't stop.
Mm-hmm.
I truly cannot just like, I can't stop it. Cannot help myself.
I do a lot of huffing and puffing. Even when I was little, I used to always get in trouble. Like, what you doing all huffing and puffing for? I don't know. It's just a part of me.
Like, it's just annoying. Like, it was not intentional. Like, I was not even thinking about y'all.
Like, I'm emoting. Please, leave me alone. Anyway, well.
Yes, let's lighten the mood. Give me your random question of today.
So, as you know, the whole world has been watching Love Island. And although I know we're going to get into it, although I just really don't like this new audience of fans that have come, there are some good topics that come from the show and the fandom. Also, I've seen a social media post where a lady was pretty much talking about how she married her best friend's ex-husband or her friend's ex-husband after the friend died.
Mm-hmm.
And that just brought me back to Nicolandria, sweethearts, everyone's rooting for, blah, 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 blah. Is it ever okay to date your friend's ex-boyfriend, ex-lover, ex-husband, ex-whatever? Is it ever okay to date your friend's ex?
After death?
No, in life.
In life?
Shit, in life and death.
Okay. So this is one of those things that is like, you can't tell nobody what to do when they die. Like, Like, okay, you're dead. What the fuck
Who
you gonna
said
come
that? Because I'm
body?
telling you right now, I
Like,
don't
I
care
just feel
what
like
happens. I'm haunting motherfuckers. Like I'm coming back and what Beyonce say, I'm haunting you. Like, I'm haunting.
yeah, but in
I'm coming to
situations,
check up on this stuff.
well, in situations where that actually happens, it becomes kind of understandable only on the basis of grief. Typically, the spouse
Yeah.
and the best friend know that person so well, so the only person they feel like they can help through the grieving process is each other. They
Yeah.
understand exactly what that person is going through. So sometimes you connect via the grief.
Yeah.
So it's like I can see how those things happen. However, I want that to happen. Like I just feel like why are we if somebody breaks up with somebody, why are we keeping that person in the circle? Like they're gone. You know, I am wholeheartedly, I don't believe in spinning the block, none of that shit. So if a person is told to bankhead bounce up out of here, bitch, why are you bringing them back? Now I gotta cut you out the circle.
There's so many different scenarios that we could talk about in relation to this. Like, okay, for example, for me, right? I would say if one of my friends somehow ended up dating somebody I used to talk to or somebody that previously I had mutual interest in years ago. Let's say like I met them in college, we were talking, and then like literally, what is it, 12 years later, 15 years later, they meet the person and it's just like, oh wait, like, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. It's like, I don't think I would be upset, especially because it's slim pickings out here, they say. And especially if it was somebody that I wasn't like in love with or even had sex with. You know what I mean? I think I could get
how
over that.
far the relationship went matters. Now,
Yeah.
if I dated this person, like that was my boyfriend, hell no.
Yeah, no, for
now,
sure
if
not.
we just talked or they had my number and like talking, like if you texted me for 2 weeks, we didn't talk. Like then cool, fine. I truly don't care. And I don't need you to say nothing about it. I really don't give a fuck. But if I dated said person, if I imprinted on that person,
right.
No.
Yeah. I'm not trying
Just
to share
because
fluids.
because I don't want them around. Like when you know how I am. Once I'm done with a situation, I don't fuck with you. Most times,
Not even that. I don't. It's just like, why are you here?
Anybody that any of my exes, I don't fuck with them.
Well, I'm saying maybe not an ex, but somebody you might have entertained.
Yeah, okay, somebody I entertain, I don't give a damn. Do what you please. But if I dated this person, especially like me personally, it did not end well. So that's a hell no. That's a hell no.
Yeah.
It didn't end well because I don't want that person around. Clearly, I don't want to be around them.
Mm-hmm.
So now you bringing them around. Now, bitch, I can't be around you.
Hello.
Now we can't be friends because I don't want that shit in my space.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. Like a situationship or like a situation where it's like, okay, I talked to this person. I wasn't really that interested. We might have hung out, went on a couple days. I ain't hunching. You know, like have at it. I don't care. Have at it. Because, hey, it didn't work for me. It might work for you. Okay. So that I don't care about. But if it's someone who we had like actual history with, then I would be a little weirded out. Like, why would you want to do that out of all the options in the world? But I don't know. But in a situation like Nicolandria,
I feel like it's a little bit different. One, because the premise of Love Island, like when people get voted off, what are you supposed to do? Just kind of sit there the entire time? You can't really do that, or you're gonna have to send yourself home.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to send yourself home, and nobody wants to self-eliminate just because their connection had to leave.
Unless, well, I will say in like the old Love Island days, people had.
But if they stay,
if you stay, then you have to be open to
if you stay,
pretending to move on.
This is the first time that it's happened. This happened last season with Rob and Andrea. He did all of this crying and hooping and hollering, like, oh, I'll leave, then leave with her. You didn't leave. So when you decide that you're going to stay, you have to be open to other connections. Mm-hmm. So in this whole Nicolandria situation, Nick could have chose to went home, but he didn't. He could have chose to went home behind Sierra if he felt so strongly about their connection. But from what I have witnessed with my eyes, he ain't feel strongly about that shit at all. So it was like, fine, get up out of here so I could really, because the baddie that I really want
has been right here the whole time.
And I haven't been able to do it. So now we about to get shit started.
She ain't been paying me no damn mind. Because she looking straight past me. Focus on Mr. Grasshopper. Girl. So, yeah. I personally don't think in the Nicolandria situation that she's wrong, especially because even seeing how everyone is reacting to old girl not being in the house anymore, it's like, Did y'all ever really fuck with her? Like, I'm confused. Like, I know production could just be producing, but the energy in the house just seems so much better. Everybody is so like pro Nicolandria in the villa, and it's like, maybe there's more than what we saw, and that's why people are reacting to her absence this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Was that it on the question?
Yeah. Just, is it ever okay to date your ex, your friend's ex?
Okay. And we've determined situational.
Yeah, situational.
It is a situational thing. Okay. So now to my thoughts about Love Island.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to stop what I'm doing and let my concealer set. Because I want to talk to the producers and I want y'all to listen to me good. Y'all have ruined the fucking show. Production has ruined the show. It is not, I've gone back. Is it the cast? Is it this? No, it's 1000% production. Mm-hmm. And how I know it's production, the last 2 episodes have confirmed it.
The last 2 episodes are the most regular Love Island episodes we've ever watched.
Exactly.
And you can't tell me that the cast out of nowhere just started acting normal. Like, I'm sorry.
Exactly. So it's just like when Nick and Alandria were having their conversation, and Nick asked her, "So how did you feel about them being voted in the bottom 2?" And she said, "Good." The fuck? And they just died laughing. It's like, okay, so this is clearly the energy. This is what the people in the villa are seeing when Nick and Alandria are together. So now it makes sense why. It's like, yeah, y'all do really actually like each other. Y'all have just been tiptoeing around other people's feelings. Mm-hmm. When y'all really do have a connection, a bond, a friendship. We ain't never seen Nick hee hee ha ha with kick his feet up in the air giggling with Sierra. Never. We ain't seen it.
Nick recoupled with Sierra, did the leg clap twice. I said, "Oh boy, you was happy to be staying in this villa with Chocolate Queen."
So yeah, exactly. So it's just like, why are we just seeing these people personalities? The whole baby shit was fucking hilarious. These people are fucking jokes. And it's just like, I hate that production that y'all have given everybody characters to play. Y'all have ruined the show. We didn't need that.
Just let these people come in here and be them. Just let it be.
Show us what, if they would have done what, at this point, we're on what, episode 27, 28? You had 28 episodes to show this, but there's been so much debauchery and boringness going on that y'all have fucking ruined it. Mm-hmm. Really just sat there and soiled it. Like, really fucking ruined it. And I just don't understand. It's like, sometimes the general public should not determine the flow of the show.
At all.
Just because, yes, you can listen to the commentary online, but just because the show is in real time does not mean that you should actively be switching up in real time. Stop.
And yes, I understand.
Because y'all are listening to people who kind of don't know what the fuck they're talking about. If you're new to Love Island, shut up.
Literally.
We don't want your fucking opinion. There's too many goddamn opinions all over the place. It's like, just produce the show. You're a producer for a reason. Love Island is a popular show for a reason. So once they deviated from the original plan, it's just mess.
Yeah, it's like they're
the
trying
way that
to
they
like
did everything. It just, I just don't like it. Why can't we see the people's personality? Like Alandria being typecasted as a strong Black woman. It's like, bro, she has fucking jokes. She's a regular girl at the end of the fucking day. Anybody who deals with somebody you talking to, whatever, they start talking to somebody else, you are not like, oh, well, I'm so happy for them and all that. Bitch, you like, fuck no, I'm not happy for them. Fuck them. Mm-hmm. And that's just real shit.
I mean, at one point she did say, like, you know, claps for them, but it wasn't in a sense of like, oh my God, they just look so cute together. It's like, listen, you moved on. Go ahead. I hope it worked out for you and call it a day. But I also do like to see, even with that caveat, the simple fact that Clark, I feel like, is opening up to all the girls too, and like kind of just coming off more friendly, because
but I know that I also think is production. I think that's production, because when they were giggling in the makeup room, I'm like, clearly y'all have regular conversation. When Amaya approached her and just doing things, even with Taylor planning the date, if y'all don't have any kind of like rapport or anything, she wouldn't have been like, oh, we could just sit right here and let's just try to make conversation. It's like, come on. It's like everybody is typecasted. Clark is typecasted as the homewrecker mean girl. Huda is typecasted as the mean girl with a heart of gold, when really we've just seen that Huda's a fucking bitch. We've seen it more times than we care to. Sierra was typecasted. Ace was typecasted as like pretty much the angry black man.
The angry, opinionated black man.
The angry, opinionated, short black man. And it's just like, come on. When really, if you look at it, most of the people, especially the men, come to Ace for their advice.
Exactly. And I feel like everything has nuance in it. Let us see
Let us see that. Like, yes, you can see that. It's like, it's just like, oh, we need a villain. So here, let's make the villains. But the actual villain, we can't let her be the villain. Let's make it somebody else. And it's like, no. And even it's real because every person who's done their actor son has pretty much said the same thing. Don't nobody had nothing nice to say about her.
No.
So it's just like, why are y'all trying so hard to paint a different picture when that's not the reality of what they're living? We don't want to see no made up shit. Like, I want to see what they do every day. I want to see what's going on in the villa, real time. Like, clearly, they not just sitting there having these deep ass conversations all day. They got to keep themselves fucking occupied. So y'all been doing shit like this baby shit all this time. They got shit going on like, oh, here's something fun you could do today. And y'all not showing us?
The baby thing, that's definitely like what's it called? One of the activities or challenges that they always do. But I feel like one of my biggest critiques with production, a lot of for one, we didn't get enough dates. I feel like, why weren't people going on dates? Like, I'm confused. Why was y'all not putting people on these dates? All of these challenges were just messy or useless just because challenges, opposed to challenges that kind of focus on connection and the cast actual relationship.
Really no incentive to do anything during the challenges, but just make out the whole time. And it's like, whoever is coming up with these games, you got some disgusting kinks.
And you a horny motherfucker. Like, why are you so dangerously horny? Please.
Like, come on. Every time, it's just like the milk one, that shit I said, yeah, nah, y'all are on a different level of bullshit. I cannot.
Yeah, I know.
Why are we spitting milk into each other's mouths? What? And why? I know it's on Peacock, but goddamn, what is happening here?
I'm telling you, it'd be soft porn. I'd be like, whoa, hold on now.
They be doing the most. And it's like, slow down, Savannah. Why are we fucking doing that? Not feeling that.
So yeah, definitely production took away a lot of the key elements that focused on couples actually building relationships. Even with the audience, it's like, why are we constantly voting for our favorite girl, favorite guy, opposed to voting for
our favorite couple? And it's because they've typecasted everyone. So it's like everybody has their role. And I feel like this is production's way of trying to see, is this going to work? No, bitch, it don't fucking work.
No.
You don't like it.
And my thing is too, is like, it's just too, I can't take it. It's too much. Put it back.
Just ruining good shit. I just am like, why? And it's too late to save it. Like, trying to redo it with these last couple episodes, it's like, we too far gone. Y'all have ruined it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have literally ruined this for no reason. And it's just like, at every single turn, no dates. Where's the speeches? Like, I'm choosing this guy. Like, give me a real fucking speech. Not when we know guarantee who everybody's gonna pick.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, I feel like
that
they
was the
just recently started
recoupling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just like, we want to know the people that have multiple connections, when they start giving, oh, I want to couple up with this guy, and then both guys start cheesing because they think that she's talking about them. And when somebody gets to a point, they realize, like, wait a minute, she ain't talking about, I didn't say that to her.
We didn't kiss.
Then you know, like they pick you, like yes. Come on. It's like the anticipation of the recouplings when the cast gets to pick their own match. Why are we determining who we want matched up? That's not the premise of the show.
No.
It's just like, come on. Then with them keeping all these extras around for no fucking reason, it was no reason for all of them people to come back from Casa.
Heck no.
Once the original cast picked their match, everybody else should have been done. If you were not the people that were separated, you don't get a choice. You either picked or you go home.
And not to mention, I just feel like
there was no reason for Elan's little dicky looking ass to still be up there.
No.
When Sierra chose Nick, he should have went home. That whole saving is really because Alandra has plot armor. You can't send her home. So now we got to keep Elan. And it's just like, get him the hell on out of here. But they fucked it up with the initial Casa recoupling, when it was just like, why would they be like, oh, you have to pick a couple right now? They just met. Just let them mix, mingle, and interact as if this is really their first day in the villa. Let them go. Now we got to pick and let's start coupling up, or we got 24 hours to pick.
And I feel like they did that. They did that because last year, specifically last year, and like sometimes on Love Island, the girls will hold back a lot and not explore. So they were trying to do that.
I understand.
But I'm saying they tried to do that to prevent that. However, there weren't any strong couples that would have even rejected the idea of exploring. Like nobody was locked in or closed off.
The only person who was locked, the only two people who were like locked in but not closed off was Sierra and Olandria. So we already knew how Olandria was going to give it up.
Yeah.
Sierra was going to be thinking about it. Cool, fine. You usually
but
have
she
one
still
or two,
would have
like,
explored.
Yes, she still would have explored. Maybe not. I might not pick this person, but I'm still going to talk to them, have conversation, what have you.
Right.
All of that was all well and fine up until
she hot in the pants. She gonna do them challenges and take it all the way.
So it's just like until we got to the point where it's like we have to pick, it shouldn't have been done that way. I do get kind of forcing the girls to, you have to interact. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why they were like, no, you guys are single. This is a whole new experience. Treat this like day one. It's like, cool. Preface that to them. That's fine. You are supposed to do this. It's not oh, you're waiting for them. No. Involve yourself in the actual process so that way we can see how this is going to work. Mm-hmm. And then if the people who were separated, who were in the original couples, don't choose any of the Casa people, then all the Casa people should have just went home.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand.
And it's like, as much as I enjoy Olandria, it's like, if that would have been her time,
how many times we gonna save it? If it was her time, then you should have just let her go home. Mm-hmm. Because to keep saving her time after time, like, what are we on time strike number 2? Girl, if you supposed to get home,
that time was the first time.
Well, in Casa, and then following right up after it, pretty much again with a recoupling that didn't happen too long ago when Elaine got saved.
Well, no, but that's the same thing. So Casa, they never actually got eliminated. That's what I'm saying. That whole thing was stupid.
They only did that because I think they only saved them because it was Nick and Alandria. If it hadn't been them, if like Ace got voted out to go home, he would have been packing. Okay. If Shelly got voted to go home, she would have been packing. It wouldn't have been, oh, let's set this up that we can save them. Because it was Nick and Alandria, they changed it and saved them. For the plot armor, because they are reading so much of what the commentary online is that everybody wants Nick and Alandria to be together. They weren't going to send them home. Mm-hmm. So now it's just like, you saved them, okay, brought them back, and then now when she's supposed to go home again, oh, we can't send her home now, so now we gotta create something else. Like, oh, so save one random guy. What the fuck do they know about Elon? Nothing. Get him out of here.
Who were the other options though? It was Elan,
the other
Zach with a C, and JB.
It's like, all of them should have just went home. And Olandra, unfortunately, she should have just went home with them.
Yeah.
Pack it up. It's over. It's time to go home. The continuous saving and keeping all of these bodies around didn't make sense. To have an elimination where 5 fucking people went home after we just had another one where another 5 people went home. Why do we have so many bodies? And we're nearing the end. If the finale is supposed to be this week, there was no reason to have 15 extra bodies laying around. Mm-hmm. We are supposed to be dwindling down at this point. And I just don't get it. Like, production, this was first class garbage.
Yeah, they definitely bit off more than what they could chew with that one.
Just definitely. The whole season. And it's just like, I feel like in order for them to save Love Island, they need to go back to the original format. Or if you're going to change things, have more dates. Have it so at least every couple has an opportunity to get a date. Why are we just now opening the hideaway? And why are we opening the hideaway? They've been fucking next to each other for weeks. So what are we doing? Why are we opening the hideaway?
Like, what is the incentive for the hideaway?
Nothing. Everybody been getting it in right next to each other. So
getting it on till the break of dawn, honey. Like, what?
Like, everybody is in that bitch hunching.
Which is still maybe except Shelly and
Island. Because they be the ones sleep. They be knocked the fuck out.
Such an old married couple. Like, truly.
I'd be like, yo, ain't no way. Honestly, autumn sounds, I would have to go sleep in soul ties. I cannot do that.
I feel like they just get used to it. But even like old school
Girl, I
Love
would have to
Island,
get my
like
ass up and go. You know,
like
I
Love
can't be.
Island UK, Love Island UK. When I tell you, they used to be having orgies in that mug, like, and they did not cut out, like, they would be loud, like you did not cut out no sounds or nothing. I used to be like, my God, like this is literally pornographic content. What they used to be doing.
Yeah, so it's like I get you don't need to show us. You could show a little clip, but we don't need to see the whole thing. We're not trying to watch. It's fine. We don't need that.
I did want to bring up a hot take that some people have been saying online about the show and just different things. Now, I feel like the fan base is just, it is what it is. Like, you can't fix it or change it now. It is what it is. The parasocial relationships are crazy. And I also think that, like, people who are closed-minded, I don't know how you can really watch this show, right? Because, for example, there are people who love Nicolandria, and where I don't really understand it, why they're so obsessed with Nicolandria being a couple, I do feel like it gives a little bit of like, ooh, the forbidden fruit, the black girl, the dark-skinned black girl with the white boy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it gives that a little bit, because you have the white boys online that are like lusting and drooling over Olandria, like fetishizing her. And then you have the black girls that look at it like Prince Nick coming to save her. Like a Disney movie. Like, what's that one? Like Princess and the Frog, I guess. Like, oh no, she had a black man. I don't know. Whatever them Disney movies are that got, you know, the white man saving the black girl, whatever. Or the woman of color. That's what it gives. And I think the fantasizing and fetishizing is a little weird. But I also feel like in a more adult conversation, I think a lot of times black women on this show struggle because it's no secret that majority of black women are super race loyal. Like, you're automatically going to pair up or try to pair up with the black man. And that's not always the case on this show. Like, there's been plenty of times on Love Island or on these dating shows where the black woman will save the black guy just and be in a couple relationship or a friendship just because it's like, I'm gonna keep you here. When it's like the shoe's on the other foot, that doesn't happen. Or you blatantly choose to continuously pick somebody other than me just to end up with me in the end. Like, you know, that sort of thing. And where I do see that as an issue, I also see an issue where it's like, as a black person watching this show, you shouldn't be so up in arms about Nicolandria being together, because if you're going on a dating show like Love Island or any of these shows, and majority of the people are going to be white with a sprinkle of colors in there. Yes, it's gotten more diverse over the years, but you should be open to dating other people than your own race.
Yeah, because they're not usually, like, for them to have an equal amount this time, I was shocked.
I was very shocked. Very shocked.
And I think
because like they've brought throughout the history of the show, they'll have like one black guy, one black girl, and then bring in like black bombshells or people of color as bombshells throughout time. But to start off with it being pretty even, you know, across the board, even like different flavors. Like, yeah, last year we had Leah, who was Palestinian, but this year we got Huda. And then we also had Beldasha, she's white and Asian. Like, you know, all these, you know, different flavors, I would say. It was refreshing to see, for me at least.
Yes, like I do agree. I think when it comes to shows, you know, I love Too Hot to Handle. When like shows like that, it's like when I first started watching it, all white people.
Yes.
And then slowly but surely you start getting different things. And yeah, I think if you're on a dating show, to think that it's going to be an equal number, that's just not happening. And also, like, date openly. If you don't really like that person, don't just save them. I think with Love Island, they kind of got into that last year with Janae.
With the friendship couples,
And a lot of friendship couples. And I think that was a lot of the issue. It was just a race loyalty. And then the person that Kenny is technically a person of color, but she finally found her match when she was just like open to other things. So dead set on this, like, get to know other people, but you just have to explore. honestly,
Yeah.
and date as many people, get to know every single person, and just come into it with an open mind. If I was on a dating show, I will be coming into it like, one, I signed up for this, so I kind of already know what
The
TV looks like.
demographic, yeah, and what the
Yes, the
demographic is going to
demographic,
look
like
like.
these people ain't never not watched Love Island before, so they know what the general demographic of the show is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're signing yourself up to go on there, go into it with the same premise. Like, I've seen this, I know what the demographic is going to be, and if I'm not 100% open to that, then I shouldn't sign up to be a contestant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Because it really kind of just is what it is. And I think that's been the case for all the Black people that they've had on the show. Even when they brought in Coco and Clark, both of them chose, who did they choose? They both chose
Taylor at first, yeah.
Yeah, they both chose Taylor. And it's just like, no shade, no tea. They chose Taylor because he was Black.
And tall.
If Ace was taller, somebody would have been over there.
This was the first time where I really wanted to take up for the Short Kings, because I think Ace is cute. I really do. And
He's not ugly.
Yeah,
not ugly.
I like it. Personally, I know Ace is in real life. I like Ace's personalities. I would gel with the Ace. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Especially like what we saw yesterday in the last like 2 days. Like, you've seen more of his personality, and that's still why I cannot get over the typecasting, because it's just like, y'all really shortened a lot of people's experience, like the audience's experience of them, and it sucks, because it's just like, you can see from the conversations that he's had, like, why are y'all making it that this is kind of the first real conversation that he and Kelly have had, that he's opened up for, and told him like personal things. And it's just like, why I have him typecasted that way? Like, yes, he's 22. So I think it's a lot of like people not being familiar with young men, Black men being emotionally mature. And the same thing last
or
season
direct.
with Cordell. Yes, or direct. Same thing happened last season with Cordell. So it's just like, emotionally mature Black men exist. Mm-hmm. They do. So with Ace kind of like explaining his background and how he grew up, it's like, okay, it makes sense why you are the way that you are. Mm-hmm. It's fine. It makes sense why you're not so like open to affection right up front. It makes sense. But it's like the way that they painted him is just like an asshole. And it's like, no, everybody has a story. Everybody has nuance. But because we want you to be this specific character in our story, we're not going to show anything else. We're going to wait until the very end to show any kind of like really who you are.
And I feel like, at the end of the day, was he very direct and harsh and mean with Amaya? Yes. However, Amaya, who Amaya was when she first came into the house, is definitely not who she's blossomed and shown herself to be. And I also will say, like, at the end of the day, she does have a big personality. She is very intense. That's not always a bad thing. But if I'm having a conversation with you and I can't even get one word in, which we have seen her do that multiple times with multiple guys, it's like somebody like an Ace is going to be like, okay, I'm going to talk. Now you're going to talk. And as a Black man, that's going to come off as aggressive. But when somebody like, let's say, Zach or Austin or somebody else just lets you sit there and just keep but then goes behind your back and talks about you like, yeah, she's this, she's that, and then later it comes and hurts your feelings. That's why I really feel like I want Amaya and Ace to have like not a closure, but like a real conversation. They might have already had it, but I want the viewers. I want the doesn't fit the narrative. Exactly. I want the viewers to see that, like, I really don't think he had any bad intentions, but we also have to factor in he is 22. How, like, he's getting his point across. You're over talking him. You're very passionate and loud. And then after that, what did she do? Let's not forget that she went and tried to start that little situation with Shelly, and Shelly had nothing to do with it. They cleaned it up and things were fine, but let's not act like the first 24 hours of Amaya being in that villa, it wasn't rah, 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 rah. She's still her now, but I think throwing her in there, she has to kind of learn to read the room. There's also a topic that I want to talk about in regards to Amaya, sweet Amaya Papaya, which we can get into later because I fear we done chatted a while. But keep this in your minds as the season concludes. I really do enjoy Amaya. I love how she's herself. She wears her heart on her sleeve. She's cute. She's funny. She's smart. She's all the things, right? But I was watching Jessie Woo's live stream, and she had made a point about how Amaya has the Cardi B effect, meaning it's okay for her to be this big, loud, rambunctious, goofy personality and mispronounce words wrong and do all these things. But a girl like a Sukiana who does exactly the same thing is never seen in the same light. And I'm just interested to see how Amaya's star grows, because when I compare like a her and Cardi B, I'm like, it's literally identical. The charm, the allure of like, oh, she's so funny. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like we have other women of color who are exactly like that, but do not get that star attention. So I'm not clocking no T. I'm just saying, I'm interested to see how her star rises and what happens from that. Because at the end of the day, Love Island is a great platform for all these people to be on. And even clocking Tia about how brands are under comments, defending Huda under Shelly's comments, saying all these things. And it's like, you haven't publicly seen any brands really reach out to Shelly or Olandria for brand deals, but they're all in Adriana's and Amaya's and Huda's, comments and DMs. And the crazy thing is, last year, let's rewind, the same thing happened in the beginning with Serena and Janae. Leah was getting the brand deals, like the beauty deals and this, that, and the third. But it wasn't until big Beyonce and Sir Davis and Sacred and Fenty with Rihanna and all these black brands started coming for Serena that all of a sudden Maybelline, NYX Cosmetics, CeraVe, blah, 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 want to work with Serena and Janae. So interesting to see how the stars will rise. Cordell got his Cheez-It thing, but that listen, that was from inception. Like, Cheez-Its would have been crazy to not give him that deal.
That would have been like, come on.
But yeah, but from the woman's perspective, I am interested to see from like a content creator, marketing, celebrity, socialite view after the show is over, how things progress. Because I even look at like old cast members from seasons ago, which Love Island US wasn't as big as it is now, but seeing Justine, chef's kiss, that girl is so beautiful. Like, she had such a sweet, nice personality. And I'd be looking like, but why such and such? Not to compare, but it's like, how is she not? It could be management, it could be so many things, but I just feel like, where are the opportunities for her? Why haven't they shown up yet? I don't know.
Because all these companies got to roll back their DEI so they can go back to regular scheduled programming. We know exactly what it is. Ain't no further conversation to be had. We know exactly what it is.
Yeah, so we might be Clarking it. Clark too. I feel like Clark needs to get her just due. Give her hair. I don't care if it is tape ends. Her hair looks good all the time.
Hair is laid.
Hair is laid, baby. Like, Clark is actually a pretty girl. I just wish they didn't paint her personality to be so stush and stiff.
Yeah, again with the typecasting, everybody had a character and they pushing that narrative. And it's just like, really? Why?
Yeah.
So yeah. Thank you, Love Island producers, for fucking it up, and redeem yourselves next summer. Like, spend the next 9 months getting it together. Get some good cast people. Do your Googles. Do your background check. Like, there should be no reason that we having to send people home 25 episodes in. We should not be doing that. If you select the cast, have a producer, somebody follow all of these people. Watch what they're doing, because y'all ruining your own shit at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of this shit was clockable and preventable. Do your job.
Get on your Zoom. And if you need help, call us.
Call me now.
Call me now, Miss Cleo.
Because we can produce some good fucking TV.
Oh, for sure. We grew up watching. And that's the thing people don't understand. Us millennials, we grew up watching
the original
shows.
reality TV
Flavor
people.
of Love, Rock of Love, I Love New York, For the Love of Ray J. Like, I can go on.
Tequila.
A shot of love with Tila's tequila. She went both ways. Like, trust me, we could produce some shit. Okay, maybe we should do that. Maybe next summer we should produce like a little dating show for like the single people that we know. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Anyway, I just feel like we could really produce some shit, because at the end of the day, we knew none of these people were in love with Flavor Flav or any of these people. Guess what? They sold it to us. Sell me the dream. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm buying whatever you gonna sell. Sell me.
So yeah. Call us up. Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. In the face, eating,
Period.
tan lines, doing too much. But,
Well, mine are kind of like dissipating a little bit, so that means I need to go outside.
yeah.
But yeah. All right. We got to get up out of here.
Okay, bye.
Bye.